And if the two of you would pass the microphone to the person that has the question, so nobody's stretching, leaning, choking, that kind of thing.
You just said that Madison and...
Before we start,
Sorry.
we love you guys. Thank you so much.
Who decided to fix the baby microphone? I want to shake your hand.
I'm going to answer questions. Yes.
Do you want to trade? I'll go down there if you want to come over here. I didn't even notice that.
What? Oh no, I like this. I like this. This microphone? Oh yeah. That's good. That's great.
First question, ladies first.
Hello. What is it about the show that draws so many people in that aren't into horror or zombies or anything?
Look at me.
You're the agent.
What does that mean?
Am I wrong?
You're totally going on the internet somewhere.
Put that on Reddit.
I think we talked about this before. I think it's just very appropriate for the times. Everybody keeps talking about like financial crisis or like 2012 or exploding things, and I think that makes you really want to see a glimpse of how you would handle an actual apocalypse. And I think that's what our show does. Is it's not just zombies. I think zombies are a great thing and it's really fun and that genre is great. But then you really get to see a glimpse of like archetypes or people that you identify with. That you're like, oh, I'd totally be a Shane, or I'd totally be a Rick, or I'd totally be a Daryl. Well, nobody can really be and I think those are really great things that people, when they watch, are like, oh man, this is not just blood and guts. It's actually like, I've been thinking when December 21st, my birthday, hits, what am I going to do when the world explodes or something happens, Pangea 2 happens? It's like, I think people are just really interested to see, and I've heard that, where they're like, oh dude, you're the way that I would behave in an apocalypse, and that's always cool to hear.
Absolutely. If we can go to the next question in just a moment, there are a couple of other people that would like to join us. I would love to bring Madison up.
Also, this huge shirt.
The gang is all here. Welcome everyone, thanks for being here. We're doing a little Q&A action. If I could go back onto this side, yes, sir.
Speaking of archetypes, I was just wondering if, since you guys are, playing specific roles on the show, if there was an apocalypse, would you be the guy that runs into the city, leaves the house, separates from the group, runs into the RV, commits suicide? Would you be those people, or would you be someone totally different?
That's a good question.
I'll let you share.
How about you, Emily? We'll start with you or down.
Well, I'd like to think that I would fight to survive, and I would try to find friends that I could survive with, and I'd like to hope
people that I really like are around, and if they're not, then like, and like what's the point? You know what I mean? Like if Chandler's there, it's like cool, we'll kick it for like a week, but then I'll just be like, you know, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, man. That's why we're all here, because we don't have to worry about that stuff. We're at a convention, having fun. Yeah! We don't have to worry about that stuff. Sorry, lame answer.
It wasn't very helpful. Ma'am, what's your question?
Well, I've been reading the comics for about 7 years now, and whenever the show came out, and Sophia died, and Dell died, I was like, what are you doing, Robert Kirkman? I'm mad at you, I don't want you to stray away, what are you doing? And then I read issue 1.
Wait. Before anyone else, be careful of spoilers for who has not read it. Just be careful.
Well, they turned your microphone off so you wouldn't spoil it.
So now I'm like, please stray away from the comics, so I guess now I can't pinpoint who my question is really for, so I guess you know, like, when things happen to your characters in the books, like, does Kirkman call you up before and is like, hey, so I got a surprise for you? Or, like, do you have to pretend to go to your local comic book store and then find out, oh my god, this just happened to my character? Or, you know, like, how does that work, and are you ever, like, really surprised?
You know, I think what it is like in terms of the comic and in our show, they're two separate things, but they live in a very similar, you know, timeline and world. I would say, you know, just by virtue of what's happening on the show, things change. And I think that's awesome, because you get to read and watch two different things that both, I mean, if we're not doing good work or trying to do good work, then I'd be like, okay, full service to you guys to be upset that we're not following the book exactly word for word. But I think, you know, you guys seem to like the show, and if that's the case, then you guys have two separate things to enjoy.
It's like a choose your own adventure. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. If you don't like what happens in the show, just continue into the comic and pretend that that's what's going on. Yeah.
Yes. They're so good. Yes, sir. Oh, how cute. He looks like somebody.
Wow. Did you get that shirt at Urban Outfitters?
I can't say.
American Apparel.
Dude, that is actually the shirt I wear. That is amazing.
I actually have a Steve question for you, Steve.
I don't even see.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, how does it feel being one of a few actors portraying Asian American on television? Because we don't really have any Indian roles.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about it.
Totally just talking about it.
Because you're being super racist to me. But I'm totally joking. He wasn't being
I
racist
just
at
said
all.
you did really good in Harold Kumar.
It was my standout role. You know, honestly, it's a, you know, if I can speak from a personal standpoint, I'm just glad I don't have to have an accent, because I don't have an accent. I'm American through and through. My parents just happen to be from Korea, and if I were to move to Korea, I'd be just as uncomfortable as anyone else moving over there, because I'm American. And you know, that's the thing that is, America. So are there kids here? Never mind.
Yes,
I mean, you know what it is? It's a great blessing for me as an actor to be able to play something where I don't have to, I guess, portray a stereotype that isn't necessarily true. I'm not saying Asian people that are immigrants that move here don't have accents, but majority of us speak English really well. And also, you know, it's like this. It's, you know, you get to be a human. I get to play a real person, and you get to see growth, and you get to break down those walls. And that, in that regard, I'm very, very fortunate. In terms of how this kind of portrays outwardly, I'm just trying to do a good job. So I think the biggest thing is for me, I'm not trying to raise a torch, and be like, this is an F you to everyone else that thought, Asian people couldn't do it, because we can. But I think the best way to prove that is to just kick ass at it. And so for me, that's all I'm trying to do.
Yes, sir. How about yourself?
I was just wondering how easy or difficult it is to separate the actor portraying the character from the character themselves, because especially between Lori and her interactions with a lot of characters, it ends up being really frustrating as a viewer to watch and see some of her decisions and how they affect everyone else. I just wonder if you guys as actors like step in and say, why are you saying this?
I keep answering questions. I feel terrible. Do you guys mind if I take this one? The only reason is because this is something that I don't know. I did a Reddit AMA earlier this year, and someone asked me this question. They're like, why does Glory do these things? Let me tell you this. I think that is a testament to the acting ability and how amazing Sarah Wayne Kelly's is.
Yes.
The reason why is because everyone thinks that you should make every character likable, that every decision should be rational, that everything you do makes sense. But the fact of the matter is they live in a world where zombies are alive and they eat people. And society no longer exists. And you can be unstable, you can be stable, and I think Rick showed stability in the beginning, and then you saw him kind of see his weaknesses as the second season went. Shane, he was unstable, but yet he still showed signs of what people would identify as right. I think that runs that whole gamut, and I think Sarah is fearless because as an actor, a lot of people want to play roles that make them look good, because sometimes people can't separate the actor from the character. So they're like, you know what, I'm going to play everything so that I look good, I'm going to look cool, I'm going to make the right decision. But how brave is she to make a character that when you watch her, you're like, what are you doing? Right? But it makes sense, because not everybody is rational. And why would you want to see someone behave exactly the way that you want them to behave at all times? That makes for boring television. I guarantee you, she is the base of our show. Does that make sense? Like, you don't hear it when it's there, but you miss it when it's gone. So I think if she wasn't doing that, you'd be like, well, everybody's too perfect, this makes no sense. And I think that is what she took on herself, and I think that's why she's amazing.
Okay, so I'm sure quite a few other people are wondering this at one point or another, but what is each of y'all's opinion of cosplay and cosplayers?
Let me first ask, does everyone on the panel know what a cosplay situation is?
It's playing in Costco, right?
Yes. You must have your membership card. For instance, the young gentleman that was dressed like the Glenn character, someone that creates the great, amazing costuming and immerses himself in that kind of pretend role play situation. Costuming play, yeah.
Cool, right? It's fun to, like, I mean, that's one reason why, like, you love acting, 'cause it's fun to be different people, it's fun to dress up, it's fun to, like, I love it here. I love seeing everybody's costumes today, and I think it's cool, So I don't know if I have any opinion of it being, I don't know why it would be bad, it's fun. We do it as little kids all the time, dress up as things that we see.
Let me twist the question in a way that would probably answer easier. If you were to create a cosplay costume or have one with you, what would you love to wear here at DragonCon? And Emily, I'll come back to James, how about yourself?
Oh man, cosplay is awesome. I feel like society doesn't, you don't understand the creative mind of people. But I mean, yeah, like you said, what's so cool about it is slipping into someone other than yourself, getting into someone else's skin. For me, if I had to pick someone, Walter White.
There's this really hot girl, her name's Sophia. And I think I would dress up as her. No, actually, I don't know. I don't know, because there's still that little girl in me that wants to be like, dress up as a princess or fairy or something sparkly. Like, I would do something with sparkles, because who doesn't love sparkles?
Yeah. Me too.
You know what? I think when I was in Australia for a convention, I saw this amazing Minecraft thing. It was a guy, he was in a full Steve costume riding on a pig. Yeah! And he was riding on a pig. It was an amazing costume. He had like this overall sort of thing that hooked up to the pig. It was so cool, and I think I would definitely dress up as that if I ever went to
You would be
convention.
pigs. You'd be a pig.
No,
If I could be anything ever, I'd be a pig.
I'd be Steve riding on a pig. It's like Minecraft, you know.
He's a block riding on a
Touche,
block
right.
cake. For me, this is gonna bring out my super inner nerd. I don't watch that much anime, but I do watch one anime, and I watched it all in like a week. The first chunk of it, which is Naruto. It's so good. So good. And it's like hard to like convince your friends that are not into anime that you have to watch that. You're like, dude, I don't normally watch anime, and like I know you don't watch anime, but like don't push me. No, listen, you gotta watch this anime. It's so good. It's like, but I would be Shikamaru for sure. Yeah. And he's the best one. Nobody up here knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. Maybe like 2 weeks.
I'm actually sort of like Max, and I was like, I saw some really cool, like, fairy tree people today, and I was like, I think I want to be like them. So something like fun and sparkly, but also kind of like earthy sounds cool.
So like,
Kind of like out in the forest, fairy princess.
Did you guys see that Bert and Ernie? It was amazing. The real life Bert and Ernie. It was gross. Yeah. It was like so good. It was so good.
really good.
And like you guys knew, and you knew that those guys like knew it was a good costume because like you're like, dude, and they're like, yeah, it's good. Yeah. It's awesome.
That was a great question. Go back over to you.
Hey, this is a question for everyone, I guess. What was your favorite scene to film, and do you think that The Walking Dead is prepared you for the zombie apocalypse?
Wait, what?
So my favorite scene to film is something that has come out this season, and that's a cop out, but I'm serious. It's gonna be so good, yeah. So that's coming, and second question, no. I can ask for like Crafty. Like, where's Crafty?
Sure, where's Crafty?
Where's Crafty?
Where's my copy?
Well, sorry, I'm trying.
It's okay, take
It
your
is,
time.
yeah.
Just say something this season you don't have to say.
I'm trying to think of something from
No,
season
it
1.
works. I just did.
I mean, so much.
Thanks, Chandler. I still got the scar. I appreciate it.
My favorite scene to shoot was in the first season, when the camp got attacked. Because it was funny, like after each scene, somebody would be like, "All right, zombies, go back to your ninja hiding positions." And you just hear them shout that. It was really funny. But it was my first night shoot, and I was a bit excited. And the second question, absolutely not. You're never ready. Like everybody would be like, "Oh, I'd be so excited." I'd be like, "No, that was so scary."
Mine, the scene where Andy, Scott, and I wrangled that zombie out of the lake before the barn scene, where we had like the rods and we had to rope it around their neck. That was like a 10-hour scene, and it lasted like 2 seconds. I guarantee everyone's like, "What was that? What happened? Who is that guy?" But no, we had like I like to call them muffin tops. They're like the stocking things you have to put under your clothes so you don't get hypothermia because we were in the lake the whole
Nobody else got those. Nobody else had those.
I brought them from home, so
Are they Spanx?
Thanks, yeah. Yeah, and it was freezing, and that was probably the worst, best scene ever. It was awesome.
Well, I think some of my favorite stuff is coming up too. So to steal Steven's answer, but one of my most memorable, first memorable scenes is Sophia coming out of the barn, and that whole sequence of shooting her, and then when my mom attacks me. If you guys remember that part, but those maybe 3 days of shooting. That scene took a long time because there were so many people in it, and zombies coming out and lots of gunshots and stuff. And I felt such a part of the ensemble, and it was just, I remember the end of one of the first days just feeling like how amazing it was to be on set, and it was really one of my first times being with everyone in the cast like that, and there were cranes shooting from way high up, and just the massive scope of being part of the show just kind of hit me on those days, and it was long and hot days shooting, and it was just so fun, and I felt exhausted at the end of the day, and I felt really a part of the cast, so that was one of my very favorite scenes. And of course, amazing.
All of you that were here last year may not have realized that that scene that you're referring to took place the week that DragonCon started last year. And so some of you came in dragging on that Friday because of all the things you guys had seen. It was so late to film and it was just long. And kudos to all of you for being able to sit up here and brave through not being able to talk about it. And that you guys still trooped through, because I know you guys were exhausted because there were so many long hours in those days.
There was still dirt on my foot from being a zombie, and my dad's like, "Madison, there's still dirt on your foot." I was like, "Oh, alright, we're gonna wear some socks tomorrow." Because there's still dirt, and if somebody asked, I'd be like, "I went through a mud puddle yesterday." No, I don't know what I would say.
break this down, okay? So, like, if you think about Walmart, like, let's talk about mayonnaise, alright? Let's talk about mayonnaise right now. Like, mayonnaise, it probably has like Hellmann's, Miracle Whip, and like some sort of like Walmart brand, right? Whereas like at Costco, they just have one giant tub of
Just
Hellmann's.
huge
Just
cartons
one.
full of
So your choices are limited.
Your choices are limited in the zombie apocalypse anyway, so why exclude that? And like all the food like goes up to the ceiling, and you wonder how they get to it. So you have like ceiling and floor of goldfish and anything you could ever imagine.
So to answer your question, Costco is the best place